Hey, this is Jack here at Free Auto Mechanic. Today we're going to go take a look at a 2000 Jeep Wrangler Sahara with a hardtop to see if we can't pick it up for a reasonable price. So as I'm pulling into the driveway, I can see it sitting behind the house, and I'm already starting to think in my mind all the different things that I want to check out and look at before I make any kind of an offer. It was really cold out that day, so the owner of the vehicle decided to go ahead and just let me do what I wanted to do, and he would wait inside the house where it was nice and warm. And of course, the first thing you do is check the oil to see how they've been maintaining it. And it's also a good idea to check the fluid levels to see how those have been maintained, or to see if there's any kind of an issue currently going on. So I like to check, make sure there's power steering fluid in there. I like to check to see if there's any kind of coolant in the radiator. This radiator was a little bit low. Just mental notes that I put in my mind for selling points or purchasing points, whichever, if you're the seller or the buyer. And I also like to just take a look around the vehicle and see if there's anything else I notice. I'll even go so far as to pull out the air filter and look at it to see if it's been replaced or if it's just been completely neglected. These are just some of the simple maintenance things you want to check on. Another thing you want to do is do a nice walk around. Look and make sure that there's an acceptable amount of rust. The vehicle being over 20 years old, there's going to be some rust on it, some dings or scratches. Even take the time to crawl up underneath of the vehicle and look to see if the muffler's about to fall off, see if the body mounts are rusted out, which on this particular vehicle they were. Two on either side were rusted out. There's a rock guard underneath the gas tank that was rusted pretty bad that I did notice. But all in all, the underside of it looked pretty good. I didn't see any oil leaks or transmission fluid leaks, which these are pretty notorious for. After looking it over, I noticed it did have brand new brake lines on it, which is a good sign that someone's put some money into it and taken some time. But I also noticed that the front sway bar links were worn and weren't installed properly on the front. So after checking it out, the next step for anybody is to go ahead and get inside the vehicle, check your electronics like your radio, your windshield wipers, and your headlights, and then let's take it for a test drive and see what we think of it. Immediately driving it, noticing that it drove nice and straight, everything worked good. I checked out the four-wheel drive operation. I was quite pleased with it. But I also want to double check a few things whenever I get done driving it. So take a look and just give it a nice overall. Give yourself a little bit of time to think about it before you do any kind of deal making. So we were able to come to an agreement after I pointed out some of the issues that it still needed. He understood some of the repairs that were necessary, but we did come to an agreement on an acceptable price for both of us. So I purchased that Jeep that day. So now you can look forward to seeing some of the repair videos that I've had to do on this particular Jeep in the future. As always, thanks for watching.